Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. Super excited again. We're gonna jump right into it. We've had very interesting South Dakota boys hockey that I'm very puzzled on, but very excited on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through the standings right now. Well, we'll go through standings. We'll go through the power rankings provided by Rink Side 605, and then jump into some teams that are maybe not getting full credit and teams that are kind of like questionable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right now you got Rapid at number 1 again, 15-0. They've proven now that they are the team to beat, which we kind of already assumed that.
Yep.
But very surprising to see them kind of going 6-0 against Sioux Falls East. But yeah, they're hopefully they just don't get too cocky. I guess that's all I want to say. Is this
but I mean, it's almost like
state,
it's almost like they can deserve it, because I mean, like this is the same team that went and won nationals last year, as a varsity 100%. Team. So like they've got to be feeling on top of the world.
Exactly. Yeah, you guys are on your mound. Just don't feel like that mound can't
get good placing, I guess. Yeah.
Cut down. So I've seen it happen before. Where a team goes undefeated, gets this to championship round, ends up losing. So it can be done. Just make sure it doesn't get done. So it's still, every game matters no matter what. And when I talk about every game matters for everybody else as well.
Yeah.
Because from 2 to 5, I would tell you, it's kind of locked in of like where they should be at. But after these last 2 weeks, it's like completely up for grabs.
Yeah, all hell's broken loose.
It's crazy. So right now we got Bucks at 11-2-1 at number 2. We got Sioux Falls East at 11-3. We got Sioux Falls West at 11-3 as well, and then we got Brookings at 10-5-2. That's your 2 through 5 right now.
It's crazy, 2 ties in the season.
Yeah, that is crazy, and it's crazy to see that it's Brookings too. But yeah, Sioux Falls, we kind of figured, one's West and East. When they face, we kind of would figure out who the better team would be. East was down in their game they faced. It was 3-0, I believe, and they ended up winning like 8-4, 8-3 or something like that. So East seemed to be the team to be the better one. So that kind of is still up for grabs who the better team is, East or West. And again, I think it fits perfectly at 11-3, both of them. I think that's pretty sweet. And they got, they'll face each other here in February 12th, it looks like, and that'll be a big cider. But yeah, other than that, though, big games still coming up for them. Brookings will get, at number 5. I want to say they're going to be there. They're going to be right at 5, but it's so close. Like, they're 1 game away to going up to 2. So again,
they've
3 teams right there.
17 games already.
Exactly.
A couple more than most others.
From Yankton, the Sioux Falls, and Brookings, that's number 2 spot is up for grabs. And any of these teams play Rapid are going to be fun. I think I will say I believe that Rapid, compared to last year, even last year was tough too, state, but this one it seems like it's going to be a little bit more tougher after that first game. And even it depends on who 8 is too, but it's going to be pretty exciting to see how this finishes off. Then your 6 and 7 are Pierre and Watertown. And I'll give some love here to Watertown in a little bit because I'm excited for this coming weekend. But they're right there. I think 6 and 7 is gonna that's those 2. They're probably gonna fight for that spot. And then your 8th and 9 seed are gonna be fighting as well. Even Huron's right there. If they could squeak a big game out, they could easily get up to 8. Right now, Mitchell's at 8, where Aberdeen is at 9. Aberdeen with 8 points, Mitchell with 11, and Aberdeen still has 2 games below
both Aberdeen and Watertown 13 games played.
Yep. So and so that's why Watertown, even they could move up to 6th spot too, because so it'll be very interesting. It'll be fun again to watch what's going to happen. Talking to Rinkside 605, they came out with the power rankings, and I see at power rankings, I see that Aberdeen's at number 8, hasn't changed. 6, 7, and 8, Pierre, Watertown, and Aberdeen haven't changed just from this last week. And I messaged them like, what's up with that? Why no Mitchell love is what I said. What's going on there? And their response pretty much was that even though Mitchell did beat Aberdeen, Aberdeen's got a little bit easier schedule to be able to get up to that 8th spot instead of Mitchell having a tougher spot or a tougher schedule going down the line. So I said, okay, hey, that's reasonable. I understand. I think that's smart. I think it is probably the right call. And I also said I asked them, will Yankton keep that number 2 spot? And do we see the scoring from Aberdeen? Carter Vilhauer's playing forward now. He's been scoring a lot of goals for them. If they could take over Watertown or Pierre up there, and then kind of also like their sleeper team. Aberdeen is the trend is upwards. The heat is up towards the end of the season. This is Rinkside. I think we will definitely see that again this year. The team not to sleep on is Brookings, and never sleep on the Rangers. The race for the number 2 seed this year is going to be insane. So just like what we were just saying, that 2 spot, it's up for grabs for these guys. And
because you could, that first round, it could be Sioux Falls versus Brookings.
Oh, I know.
4-5.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
I think Brookings plays one of the Sioux Falls teams.
Yeah, and that's what you kind of like.
Well, maybe.
Kind of. Because it's like when you compare it to I'm not saying like NHL level, but when you have to have the 2-3 teams play.
Yeah,
it's a tough first round. You don't want to see.
So now, a big game that's going to happen this weekend is Watertown and Brookings. And now the reason why this is such a big game is because Brookings ended up tying with Watertown. We got some little insight from there where it makes me more excited. They're going to play Saturday night. One of our followers, Cole Hansen from Watertown, he messaged us about giving Watertown some love, and of course we want to give every team love as much as possible. So he had a little insight on kind of how he felt and how another player on Watertown, defenseman Jack, hopefully I get this right, Elsher. I'm terrible at names. Bauer's guessing. So
it's a difficult last name.
It is. But
hopefully we didn't bomb it too much.
I will say, with what they've kind of said in this little post, I guess you could say, or their little comment they've gave to me, I'm really tempted to drive down Saturday and watch this game because of how big it is. So
it's in Watertown. It's
in Watertown. Yep. So here's Cole and what Cole and Jack had to say for the upcoming Brookings and Watertown game. So, quote, "While the Lakers respect Brookings, they don't fear them like past years. They recognize the Rangers' talent and what they are capable of, but this year's Ranger squad hasn't proven anything. Ever since we tied with them, they've lost to Sioux Falls West and tied with Yankton. Brookings will be coming into what should be a packed barn for our Stick It to Cancer game with more pressure than Rangers teams in the past have seen." Love that. "The Lakers have nothing to lose Saturday night, and that is what makes them dangerous. Playing hard while also playing smart and not getting dumb penalties for 3 periods will put Watertown in a good spot after the final horn." End quote. That gets me pumped.
Yeah.
That is so smart, and just dissecting this, that is true. Rangers haven't proven like what they can do or what their past is all about, right? Because their past, it's when the easy games, when the easy games are happening, the games that they win.
Yes, large margin.
But when it's with those tougher, little bit tougher teams that are looking for that playoff spot or that state championship spot, they didn't perform. After this is what's crazy to me to think, right? Sioux Falls East, they're just destroying. They're undefeated. They're getting pumped. They're getting ready to play Rapid weekend before they play Brookings. What happens? They lose to Brookings 4-1. Something I was not expecting. So I'm thinking, okay, Brookings, they're right there. They lost to Rapid 4-1 one game and 6-4 another. So I'm like, okay, that, this might be a different, 4-0 they lost, and then 6-4 they lost against Rapid.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, okay, they beat Sioux Falls East the first time they lost. This Brookings team might finally be clicking.
Yep.
And then I see that they tied against Watertown.
Mm-hmm.
That to me blows my mind, because you go from the second best team in state beating them, to the seventh best team, eighth best team in state, and tying them.
Yeah,
a game for Brookings that should be a win.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't even think about it on the calendar.
Oh yeah, right.
Like they were looking towards the future.
Exactly. And so then that happens, right? And then so they're kind of questionable. Now they almost should have lost to Watertown. Watertown was up 2-1, and the penalties. While Cole and Jack were saying, the third period comes and they take a dumb penalty, they ended up scoring. Yep. So 2-2 there for Brookings. So
they've always had a good, strong power play.
Exactly. So now if you take that away, Watertown wins that game, big upset. Now they're playing this Saturday. It's going to be even a bigger Watertown.
And they're not in their own barn.
Exactly.
They're in Watertown.
Exactly. So Watertown now thinking, okay, like we're jacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know we can compete with these guys.
Yeah.
And we know
we had the chance. We let it slip. We already let it slip. It was our own fault. We let it slip. So now they're gonna buckle down.
But we know, like, that feeling to beat Brookings is unbelievable, and we know that even beating them, even a tie at their barn is like A+ effort. But to beat them in your barn is something you'll always take, especially if you're seniors. You'll take that all the time, especially when they completely beat you every year, no matter what. So, but then Brookings, right? They go from that tie. They're going to play Sioux Falls West, right? They've lost to them before, but you think, okay, it's time to rebound. But they end up losing to Sioux Falls West 4-1. Then they play Huron in a game that they need to win. They win 11-0. Okay, Brookings now. Let's go.
That's what you know.
Then you play Yankton, which Yankton's a good team, right? We know Yankton's a good team, but they go 1-1. Now, I didn't see that going to be a tie. I thought it was going to be a close game, of course, but that's, to me, is like totally different. Like, I don't know. It's
a lot of inconsistencies.
Like, you look at Pierre, right? Pierre and Watertown, they're about right there. They're fighting for that 7-6 spot. Brookings beat them 7-0, but now they go to Watertown, right? And they can't get it. So is it a mental thing, like, we're going to win type of thing? They just came out flat and they just couldn't do anything? I don't know. But I'm telling you, this Saturday's game gets me pretty pumped for Watertown if they can, keep doing what they're doing. Because, shots I know weren't the best. It was 16 for Watertown, 49 for Brookings. But to be honest, I feel like ours was the same way when we played. Brookings outshot us, but we ended up still winning. So I'm excited. I'm very tempted. I don't know if I have anything going on this weekend, but I am tempted to go down to Watertown and watch this game because it's going to be a big one. So there's some loving for Watertown, some hating on Brookings, just because your guys this last 2 weeks, it's just kind of, you guys haven't found yourselves. I know at the beginning of the year, I was saying that you guys didn't really have that scoring threat. You haven't had that one guy to be just like, yep, he's the one to, I don't want to say carry us or carry you guys, but there's just nothing there right now. They have a line right now, two guys, 26 points, one at 23, Mason, Talon, and Jay. And then it goes down 19, 15, 12. So, you got some help up there. But again, I feel like at this point in time, Brookings would have guys up in that, 40 marker. You know what I mean? So to see them where they're at is a little surprising, to say the least. So, because, like, look at Rapid, right? Rapid's got Wyatt at 71, then 58, 37, 33, 30, 30, then 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 guys that Rapid has above 26, which I know that's probably, over everyone's freaking whole team. But,
yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited for this. I don't know, dude. Honestly, I wish state wasn't Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because work right now. I just can't get off. And but if it was like a 2-game Saturday, and then the games on Sunday.
Where is that again? Is that in Sioux Falls?
Oh, okay. So I would definitely do it. I don't look like I'm going to be able to make it.
I don't know. I might go. Do it. I was thinking about it going, like, making just a weekend. But I was going to take Shelby with. We just get a hotel room and stay there. But I would probably go. I'd drag her to the games, because I was thinking about it today, last night. I was like,
it's going to be a good game.
I might think about going, but I would only have to go. I'd have to go Friday, and then I would stay Saturday, obviously, for championship.
Yeah. So there you go. You can finally be like, oh, hey, you're from Dakota Goons.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I'm gonna be put up, hat on.
No,
locked in on the games.
Might be the only black guy there.
We'll be locked in on the games.
But yeah, so big shout out for Cole and Jack there from Watertown and other.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot, because we don't get to see. Obviously, we can't see all the games that are played.
Yeah,
you can't always watch the games. We only can really watch the games that come here, or the ones that other guys in Extreme, like Rinkside and Rushmore and Capital City. Which, those are three other teams. But it's nice to get insight on those teams that we can't watch. Regularly. Just to see how they feel, or how they're like you said, the insight. How they feel on other teams or anything like that. I like that. That's really cool.
Yep. And then also a big shout out to Rinkside 605. Keep those power rankings going, guys. I love that. I think that's really cool. Definitely.
I think it too. That just helps. It helps also, again, grow the game here, because it makes it feel more like real, like more professional. Yeah. Like, it just makes it feel like it. It adds another element of mattering. It adds into the game, and kids, they're looking at it. It's like it's other guys making it. But it's just like the kids, they look at it and they pay attention to it, obviously. So I think it's just pretty cool. God,
yeah,
it'd be so cool if we had stuff like this.
I know. I wish we have stuff like that.
It makes me jealous. I'm like, God damn, dude. But we were just right when we were graduating is when this type of stuff, when they were just starting to take
hockey,
off.
605 started it.
Yeah,
and they died off, and then
the filming of our games,
filming kind of started to go.
Streaming in general,
just lately, and then we, I think Capital City Rock really got it going again with a lot of these guys, and then we made this. And then Rinkside, those guys did that after they graduated. I love that. They're doing.
We just need to get one for every team.
I know, that'd be sick. And then we could all just meet up here and be like, yo, okay, tell us what's going on here.
Yeah, well, then we could just have those guys on. Be like, hey, and we can ask them about the team. Because then because obviously those guys would be following their teams, so they know more in depth about players, tendencies, schemes, whatever it is, structures,
exactly.
And it just that's how you build. You build from there. That'd be just really cool.
Yeah. We talk about South Dakota hockey. We talk about Carter as well from South Dakota.
Yep.
But we really love the NHL, and we do more focus on that. And then down the line,
that's more what I focus on a lot, is the NHL.
Yeah, and then down the line we might just focus just on South Dakota hockey.
Yeah,
it just does not. It. Everything's still open, man, dude. We're
as long as it involves hockey.
Yeah, exactly. So things are not we're not shying away from anything. When opportunities come, we'll take them. We want relationships with every organization. And we want to make sure it's a safe place, and we want to make sure that it's
neutral,
a respectable
too. Yeah,
place.
Neutral, not like too biased. Because we're from Aberdeen.
Yeah, we're from Aberdeen. We didn't even hardly talk about Aberdeen.
And we're Cougar alumni, but yeah.
So,
but we know how it is.
Yeah.
Trust me, we know how Aberdeen hockey is. Unfortunately.
And that's it. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get into the NHL, baby.
See you next week.
Yeah. So.
No, there's too much going on in the NHL right now.
Big old, but by next episode, we'll be talking about the Olympics.
Yes, and it's so cool because looking at the schedule, I get to watch games at work. There's games. There's 5:10 is when the earliest games start, and the next game starts at about like 9:40 or 9:40 a.m. and then the next game after that would be 2 p.m. So sometimes I do stay up till 2, but the U.S. on their second or third game they play when they play Canada.
Or in the same pool?
No, not Canada. God, who is it? Because they start off with Czechia first, and then I can't remember who it was who they play, who I wanted to watch, but it was a 2:00 game. And I was like, ugh.
I was gonna say.
But the women's this Thursday before opening ceremony, the women's USA will play their prelims. The women's will play on this Thursday before opening ceremony. Women's hockey does start. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Bauer's got some updates on that of where guys got hurt, guys are coming in, things like that. We'll get to that here. The first, let's jump into the NHL where, honestly, again, not much has truly changed.
I can tell a lot has changed from what. Yes. When you're in the East, a lot changes.
Right now, I'm looking at the West. That's why. The West. Honestly, the only big thing that's changed has just been Seattle moved up to 3. But again, that is not none of that. Like, you got Vegas, you have Edmonton, you have Seattle, you have the Ducks, and you have the Kings, all 2 games away from taking that number 1 spot.
Now, what do you think on the backlash of people complaining about Vegas right now on how they're up in there, and I think are they in the top spot for their division?
Yeah, they're tied at. Yes,
they're tied, but they're up there. They're up there with 25 wins, 16 losses, and 14 overtime losses. Now, below them, you go and you look and you see Edmonton with 28, Seattle with 26. And then you jump over and then you see Anaheim with 29 regulation wins. Or not regulation, but wins. 29 wins. A lot of people are want to take away that loser point because we have a team with less wins, but they're on top of their division. Now, as a Kings fan, you're in the same boat.
Oh, I don't remember the last time we won in regulation, to be honest.
How do you feel about that? Because I know there's a lot of backlash for it. I'm just seeing from people, complaining about Vegas and where they're at like that.
Yeah, but I truly believe they need to go and do what they do for international play.
Yeah,
where it's 3 points for the win, it's nothing for the loss, 2. Or is it just 1 for overtime? I don't know exactly.
Yeah, it's like a 3-2-1.
Yeah, it's a 3-2-1 system.
3-2-1 point system, yeah.
So, but
you would have a lot more, it wouldn't be as close as this.
Yeah.
If that was in that case. But yes, I know what you're saying. What I mean?
So
yes.
So you get to that point where, the point thing is going to be skyrocket, give every team, another 20 points of that, but overall, if you do the 3-2-1, so I believe, you get 3 if you win, nothing if you lose, 2 if you go OT win or shootout win, and then 1 for OT and shootout loss.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So you're pretty much giving another point to the win column, you're giving another point to the OT. So does that
So then it makes the regulation. It makes the regulation wins matter more, but the regulation wins already are the first tiebreaker when it comes to tiebreakers. That's the main thing. That's the first thing they go to is who has more regulation wins. So it already had regulation. I don't know. I think it's fine the way it is.
Yeah, because
but I get that. I get what they're complaining about for sure. I understand.
But but here's the thing, right? If you take all those OT losses or shootout losses, put them all together, give them, that's 7 wins right there. And that's a 50-50 grab. Now, I don't know. Now, do you keep the system, but you just say you don't, I don't know, the winner in OT and shootout, they just get that 1 point, and that's it, and the loser gets nothing? Now that kind of, it's almost that. Then it's meaningful.
Then my counter argument to that would be,
I know that's almost like the same thing as the 3-2-2.
Yeah, because the team, because you get these teams like Oilers as an example. They're like one of the teams where if I see them, they're down 3-2 and there's under 2 minutes left, I will never ever count it. If they're down 3-2 or whatever, down by 1 goal, and there's under a minute left, under 30 seconds left, I will never count them out because they always find a way to tie it.
Yeah.
And having a team being able to do that and tying it to get it to force it into overtime, I think like it they get that extra point for being able to do that. You know what I mean? Like that's like, because that shows you fight through adversity and all the other stuff to get to that, to tie it up so that you don't lose. Like I just you know what I mean? Like when it comes to like that, like you think about it in that way instead of like a team that's like this team doesn't even deserve to be in overtime right now. Like the Carolina game for the Caps, the last weekend when their coach said we have no business being in that game. We had no business being up 3-0, and then we go to tie it and all that stuff, and we ended up winning it in overtime or whatever. But like he said, like a team like that had no business being in there, but they still were there and they still got the point out of it. They still got a point, but they didn't deserve it though. Even the coach said they didn't deserve it. But compared to Edmonton the other night where they tie it before they go to make it to go overtime, they deserve that because they worked hard for it, getting and come back and taking it into overtime. And so then that's why they deserve that extra point. That's where I would say like they would be deserving of that 1 point, is because they fought to get back into the game and then got back in.
Yeah.
And then potentially could have picked up another one, by winning in overtime.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that commish should probably think about doing, or just and I know that's been a thing, but
because especially with this year, I feel like it's almost harder to do that now with how close and how meaningful games are, because the fans are all locked. Every single game we got fans and us, me too, talking about my team. God, Caps lose what? Sell it off. Get rid of Chris Patrick. Get rid of Picard Berry. Get rid of this guy. And like I'm not gonna lie. I'm totally like. Compare once we get to these, nothing more. But like just last week, I was saying, if we won't win this game, I'm gonna count us out. I think we're done. And then we've won 3 straight. So I'm like, oh, we're back, baby. We're back. We're here. And so like, it's just like I think that like I think the NHL really likes that, and I do honestly. Like it's kind of nice. Like I'm gonna be hella salty if my team doesn't make it in. And I don't get to watch them. But then again, we get new matchups. You get teams you haven't been able to see in freaking 10 years. You get to have a series. It's just like that's also something you need, because you need to keep these fan bases locked in, saying like, my team can make it.
Yeah, I think before they worry about the points given is the playoff bracket,
the format, seeding, like how they do it, like go back to a 1 through 8.
1 through 8, they need to do that before they worry about that, because I think a lot of people are tired of just seeing Edmonton Kings all the time 2 and 3, and and
Dallas, Minnesota, or Minnesota, Dallas, whatever it is.
So I'm just a 1 through 8 would be nice. I think it just go back to that. I understand. You get more, because it would suck.
Anaheim.
Don't get me wrong. It would suck to see every Pacific team, make it and only 2 in the Central, right? I understand that part of it.
Gotta be better.
But exactly.
Because, the Central's 3-team heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, yeah. That's exactly what it is. So,
and the thing is, too, Colorado has played an Eastern Conference team 8 or 9 times. I can't remember it's one of those 2 numbers, 8 or 9 times. They've lost. So if they played 8 times, they've lost 7 times. If they played 9 times, they've lost 8 times to an Eastern Conference team. So even though Colorado's been absolutely dominant compared, in the West and everything, outside the West, they get slaughtered by the East, all the East guys. So and like they were like, and then it's been like kind of top teams, but some middle, like Toronto beat in overtime. Buffalo has beaten them. I think Florida has beaten them. Like it's been like, and Florida's not been very hot either. So like it's. And Philadelphia flipping beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, they 7-balled them. They gave them a touchdown, hung a touchdown on their head. So, like, when it comes to the West and the East comparisons, like, the West's top heavy. But those top teams, when it comes to the East, find it difficult to win.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting. It's that, when you bring up all that, I don't know. Hopefully, I hope that there's some changes with at least something with the standings by some.
Yeah, I don't know when how they have those conversations or when those conversations pop up, or if that's like if that involves like when they have to do that NHL,
CBA
those agreement things, for the players.
All that. I wonder if the players have any say in it.
I feel like that would
be nice. So maybe, and I feel like players, at least with the playoff format, I think they want to see a change, at least as far as I know. And maybe they've talked about it. I just haven't really paid attention to it. But
I don't know if anybody commented on it.
But let's see. On the other note, Winnipeg, a little surprising, kind of winning some games there. Looks like. I know they're 4-3-3, but they're not on the bottom anymore. They're getting up there. The Blues
being kept warm by Vancouver.
Yeah. Vancouver's completely done. They should. I think they're kind of keep on selling. Is my guess. I'm not sure how much more.
Nashville right there.
Oh yeah, Nashville. Yeah, Nashville gets rid of.
They get rid of. He resigned.
That's. Yeah.
I didn't look into it.
But I was very surprised.
Yeah,
being how they've kind of turned around a little bit compared to last year. Yeah, they're not in the bottom, and they're in the middle, and they're fighting. They're only 3 points out.
Yeah, 5-3-2
of a wild card spot.
Yeah, I think again, kind of like with Vancouver, there's something internally happening.
Mm-hmm. Do you think maybe he's potentially looking to come back to head coaching?
Maybe, but where we're at, what team is like,
Kings? I'm just kidding. No, I was thinking. Based off of all the Philadelphia fans that complain every day about Rick Tocchet, that it'd be Philadelphia. Saying how they want to fire Rick Tocchet, and that's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen, but based off the fan predictions, that's.
I don't know, what team right now could. Winnipeg, maybe.
New Jersey.
Yeah, but New Jersey's been just so injured, dude.
I get that, but you bring in O'Keefe to push him into the playoffs and give him that, something else, even though he didn't do nothing in Toronto. But they've just, I get it. Hughes needs to stay out of the damn kitchen or wherever, because he needs to stay away from kitchen knives. I don't know what the heck's going on with him, but he needs to stay away from, the Canadian women, because he's getting hurt here. All right? You need to be prepared for the U.S. to get on the ice for the Olympics, dang it, boy. But no, I just think. I think like Versenda, and even with you, because you say injuries, but look at Tampa. There's guys I've never heard of that are coming up and playing down. Right now, they're without Sorelli, Point, and another. I can't remember his another. They're down like 3 centers, 3 centers. Like they're on. They're picking up like 4th line AHL guys right now from their team. Guys I've never heard of that have to step up and play. Gensel's sliding over to play center now, and look at Tampa. They've been killing it with guys who no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, that Tampa game in Boston.
That was wild.
That is wild. Very wild.
And it's funny, too, that it was in Miami and that they had to heat the ice so it wouldn't crack. because it was cold. It was so cold.
Yeah.
Like that's just so. When that man just like it's just so ironic that an outdoor game in Miami, got so cold that they had to eat the ice.
Yeah.
Goalie fight. Come back down from 5-1, and it's the first time in team history that they come back from a 4-goal lead, which is people find it surprising. I'm like, I'm not finding that surprising. When the hell, like, if they get a 4-goal, if they're down by 4, they just, like, why would they try so hard to come back? They don't have to worry. They're gonna win a cup no matter what.
Yeah. So, I kind of want to look at just the kind of the wild card spots here because they're both, the East and West are both different when it comes to this. Looking at, and it is kind of funny because so like right now, like Central is not going anywhere. No one's touching the Central. Those 3 teams are, you can just lock them in.
They're just gonna move each other.
Yeah, Minnesota and Dallas can go back and forth, back and forth. Utah won't catch them. It's just bottom line. Utah's only way in is through a wild card spot. Funniest part though, is that even the number 1 in Pacific, the Knights, Edmonton, and Seattle, they're all right there, but they're all still in that wild card hunt because right in the first wild card spot, 61 points is the Ducks, while Vegas is at 64. So just in a matter of games, everything can switch. You go down and look at the East. Pretty much the Atlantic. The Atlantic has their top 3 plus the wild card spots pretty much locked in, like as of right now. Because when you look at it, Carolina, they're locked in, but then you have Pittsburgh, the Islanders are right there, and then Washington right there. While Washington's looking for a wild card spot, but their way is more of division.
Yeah, we're shooting.
So it's just kind of funny how those are kind of being switched around. While again, Buffalo and Boston are right there at 68. Right in the wild card, or 69, 68 for the wild card spot. And then the best way to get in is 63. It's like, sorry, not going to happen.
It's a bloodbath in the Atlantic.
Oh, I know.
It's an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, like, it's disgusting.
Like this, Toronto, looking at Ottawa, Toronto, and Florida Panthers, they're all in, 61, and 59, right there. But they got to get all the way up to at least 70, and that's, I don't know. I don't know if I could see. Ottawa's been coming up in, bits, on a 4-game winning streak, but, and so is Columbus, and so is Washington. They're all on winning streaks. So, and then Florida's on a big losing streak. So
I don't think they're making it, dude.
That is what I thought too. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
Like, again, Tampa, Detroit, Montreal are just been hot all season long.
Buffalo, too.
Buffalo, yes.
Disgustingly hot.
The top 3 in the Atlantic, that's kind of just been top 3 all, for the last couple of months.
Tampa Bay came out, like, they came from below, but they have maintained and transcended their spot.
So it's very interesting how, you're seeing almost the same thing happening in the East and the West, just from a different aspect of it. But yeah, it's
Caps are always, we're just pushing for that. And like the Penguins and Islanders, like I don't know if they'll even hold those spots when it comes to end of the season.
Yeah,
I really don't. Yeah. I hope Columbus comes and overpasses them, because I want to see Columbus play in the playoffs. I think last year they should have made it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to watch out for is that 2-3 spot in the Metro.
I think
that's going to be the biggest. Yeah. And then, unless Ottawa and Toronto can get on some heaters. Same with Florida.
All we got to worry about is Columbus and Philadelphia. In New Jersey. If New Jersey can, stay healthy and play better 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Because Rangers are done.
Rangers are done. Rangers are selling, of course. Aaron is not playing until pretty much he gets traded.
Yeah, please. Just where's he going, man? For how long have we been talking about him going somewhere?
Yeah.
Like just wait and go.
I think for sure we know Vancouver and the Rangers are pretty much done.
Yeah,
it's just the bottom line.
So St. Louis, you could probably say it.
St. Louis, you could probably say that, but I still feel like
I know.
They might. It depends on what they want to do.
You got to remember, like after Olympic break, like man, it's not long, man.
Yeah,
it's not long.
That's why I wanted to say I did. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, well, you got Washington or Nashville, from probably Nashville on down, so like Chicago, Jets, Flames and the Blues. I was like, yeah, they're probably gonna be done. But I'm like, that's not. I can't really say that because they're only like Washington, or I'm sorry, Nashville is only 2 games out for a wild card spot. So they're not out. Chicago, 53, but like the Jets have been like moving up slowly. So I would,
Basically, if you can go on a 3 to 4 game win streak in the West, you could get into a playoff. You can like pass teams fast. But if you can't really do that in the East right now because of how consistent teams are. Every other team is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So
you can't go on a losing streak.
No, but even then, if you do, it's funny enough when you do, it's like the same thing happens. Because I remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, Philadelphia was on a 7-game losing streak.
Yeah.
They're still in the damn thing, and they haven't, able to stay in there.
Last 10 is 2-6-2.
Yeah, and so I mean, like, it's just like, oh my gosh, like it's just crazy. Like, but then you have the like the Atlantic, especially. That's how those 1, 2, 3 got so much separation from, I would say, like Washington on down when it comes to a wild card like that. Like they got that big separation, so that's why like Washington and Columbus basically have like I know Washington's only 5 points away from Boston for that wild card spot, but they're shooting for more or less the 3rd place spot or the 2nd place spot for their division, instead of a wild card. But man, could you imagine? I Pittsburgh versus Washington and Ovi and Sid back at like the end of their careers one more time.
That would be sick.
Oh, I tell you what, I'd be sick. I'd be sick with myself if we get bounced again by them. It's so annoying. But they say history repeats itself.
On which part though?
If it's the newer part.
Yeah.
Then that's good. That's what I want.
But Pittsburgh's definitely don't look like their.
No, Crosby looks 10 years younger.
Yeah, crazy. So crazy.
That's gotta feel good for Team Canada.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. Yeah. When you got Mac and Crosby and Nathan all freaking you got and then
McDavid.
And then you got
there's another guy there.
Yeah. You got McDavid.
The best guy in the world.
So that's a perfect segue. Let's go straight into the Olympics. I guess I'm done with the NHL.
The only thing I got in the NHL is that the month of January, our record was broken for the NHL.
Yeah,
31 hat tricks.
5 goalie fight. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was at least. You're not off. There's at least 3. There's 2 in the last week, 3 in the last 2 weeks. But yes, the NHL broke the record for 31 hat tricks during the month of January, and this has been it was previous record was 29, set in December of 1985. Wow. And so Charlie Coyle, Friday, the last month of the day, was the 31st hat trick. So congrats to Charlie Coyle. It would have been Alex Tuck for Buffalo, but he was the 30th of the month. But no, Charlie Coyle takes the cake for that at the end there for Columbus.
Yeah.
As they surge on further, I think that was their 3rd in a row or 4th in a row game when we're winning.
Yeah, that's
ever since getting their new head coach Rick Bowness. Gets them.
That's maybe what it takes.
Buffalo took a GM. Well, it took like 5 or 6, but it's.
Well, it took them this with this group of guys and everything. It took them that. See what happens to Nashville. Nashville got very. Maybe he just thought maybe it's I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Very interesting to see what happens. But there's got to be something. I would say there's.
I hope it's not a scandal.
What kind of?
I don't know. It's just so weird. Why would he step down like right before Olympic break?
Well, again, it can be.
They're on the trend up. There was no reason why.
But there's always something,
And he was like he'd been defending Andrew Burnett all season long. Yeah. The coach, like he'd been in the beginning when they were still struggling.
Yeah, but again, this probably comes up from
ownership, maybe.
Yeah. If it's just like
probably didn't see eye to eye.
Right, Mike Tomlin. It's like, hey, it's either we're gonna fire you or you resign, and maybe that. Yeah, again, I think there's something in that organization that they're just not telling us about. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I'm curious if he'll head coach. I mean, I know Peter DeBoer is still out there, and so with him being out there, that's pretty tough.
That is true.
But in the Olympics.
Olympic time. We are going to be in the Olympics this week.
Well, next week for the men's. Yes. The men's. I know you ladies like to call them the boys' aquarium. They play in their boys' aquarium, I think, Tuesday.
Something like,
It's Tuesday or Wednesday. is the
But
first
it's
game.
gonna
I know
be-
it's actually on the NHL schedule.
Oh, really? They finally put it up there?
It's been up since for last week. Thursday is the last games, and then if you scroll to Wednesday. Yep, 9:30 a.m. Slovakia versus Finland. We get to kick off for the men's.
I do have it finally.
Yep, and then Sweden and Italy for 2, and then that Thursday, Latvia and U.S. at 2 p.m. But Czechia and Canada at 9:30 a.m. That's a must-watch game. Czechia and Canada. Czechia potentially could give Canada their first loss. Finland, Sweden the next day at 5 a.m. I'll be able to watch that at work. That's a Friday.
That'd be a good one.
That's going to be a fantastic one.
I love how I can watch every game
at
work.
Yeah, you can. You're damn right you can. Isn't that awesome? I can watch it.
There's US got easy.
They're easy.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I wanted to watch
Dude, we better easily.
That's just pool play.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like
there should be no problems, but we'll get into that as we roll out and into the injuries leading into the Olympic break. What do we got across the league? I don't think I necessarily have it all, but I've got on some significant ones. And it is Tuesday that we are filming this, and as of Tuesday, Anthony Cirelli has been officially cast off of the Team Canada roster due to from the Stadium Series with a shoulder injury. He has been replaced by Sam Bennett, who, yes, did leave as well last night, Monday night. But Hockey Canada deemed it wasn't too bad to where he would be fine at the Olympics. So he'll be going to Milano, right? Milano, I think that was his call. He'll go to Milano, Italy. And then the other one would be Robert Thomas is out. I think he already got replaced. David Tays, he is one that's out. He should be back, though. He should have been back yesterday, I believe, on the 2nd. That was yesterday, right? Today's 3rd.
Yeah, today's 3rd.
Yeah, so he should be back yesterday. Landeskog, though, is out. I don't know if he got replaced or I didn't look to see if he. I believe he's still out. He's missed 12 games so far. And then Elias Lindholm, he's not going to be obviously for Sweden, that's a big loss. Martin Nichis dealing with a nagging low battery injury. That's a big one for Czechia, which kind of sucks. But Seth Jones already got replaced by Jackson Lacombe for Team USA, which I'm fine with. Lacombe's a nice young upcoming rookie. Go ahead, give that guy some Olympic time, man. That's gonna be awesome for them. Good for the Ducks as well. And then Nylander, who we don't have to worry about anymore because he returned, but he was one that's injured. But he scored last night on a breakaway and looked pretty good. So I think Sweden should be looking hopefully all right. And they're just gonna be missing Lindholm, which is going to be hurting.
Charlie McAvoy, he got hurt at one point.
He got hurt for last year for Four Nations, but he's not on Team US. Or no, he is. He's fine.
Okay, I thought I saw him get
and then
but I didn't know.
And then UPL from the Sabres, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, was replaced for Team Finland. I believe it was Finland for Jonas Korpisalo from Boston. So he got replaced. Goaltender replacer. That was another one. It was just announced.
Yeah, this will be quite. Oh, it's gonna be fun, dude. I'm excited, especially I'm able to watch everything during the day and stuff like that.
Frick, yeah, man, it's gonna be so awesome getting to watch.
So
I'm excited to watch Italy play France.
I just hope I hope nobody gets hurt. I know. I hope this changes a few guys' thing. I'm excited. I'm excited with Charlie McAvoy because man, dude, I feel like he was the solid rock in that defense last year.
He's honestly a reason. I'm not gonna say reason why we lost to Canada, but he would have helped us totally win that game, dominate that game, because the physicality he has is unbelievable.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I think what we're all thinking is going to be USA and Canada.
But little do they know it's going to be Sweden versus Finland. for gold, baby.
I'm excited to know. We got Quinn Hughes and Brock Faber that have been playing heck of good hockey in Minnesota, and I'm glad to see this. Hopefully, that transfers over. Jake Sanderson, and he came out of nowhere. Like our D, I don't know. I love our D.
Our D is amazing.
Yeah, I'm wanting to know what they're gonna do with the goal.
The thing is, Hughes is out too for the Devils as well.
Oh yeah,
like he got injured and he's out again. It's stupid.
But
he just retired. Barry Trotz retired as Predators GM for 3 seasons.
Oh.
That's what it's saying. I saw he resigned.
I love how you just changed the subject on that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw it on the. I saw. I was
going back to that.
I know we're not. No, I was just looking up. I was gonna look up the Olympic Masters.
But I want to know what U.S. is going to do with their goaltending.
Oh, here you go. I'm looking at the lines right now for the U.S. projected lines.
I understand that it's all projected, but are they going to go with Connor?
With Hellebuck? With Hellebuck, you think? Or no? Who's their other?
I don't know. Swayman's been playing hot. Jake has been playing hot.
I don't know if I want to trust Ottinger though in those. Like I think you just give it to Helly first game.
Well, yeah, I think in the pool play you could go with either.
Yeah, and then you base on who's playing well in pool play.
Yeah, I guess.
I think you get 4 games.
3
games pool play. Yeah, 3 games.
So
each goalie gets a game. If they want it that way. Now, is it going to be that way? It's not going to be that way. It's not. It's not. They're gonna do Connor, and they're gonna do. I think they're just gonna do Connor.
I don't trust Connor. Like I understand. Like this. Like if it was last year, yeah, I trust him. But like Connor's not out there winning games by himself type of mentality like he did last year, where like he stood on his head and he was able to pull away wins. And again, yeah, you had guys that are scoring a lot more, but like he wasn't.
No, he played
there this year than he was last year.
He also hurt this year. He's been hurt. He was hurt for a while.
But I'm just saying, you got Swayman, who's been up and down, their team up and down, but he's been solid. He's getting their team into a playoff contention. And then you have Jake that, I don't know. Jake's been dominant the last couple of years. I understand he got a good team in front of him, but again, he got a great team in front of him now. Jake is my favorite right now.
Yeah, then you already know they're going to start Hellebuck, and then Jake's going to get one of the last 2 in the pool, and then Swayman's going to basically be the backup for both.
I don't know. We'll see.
You know what? Right now, why it's looking like Brady, Eichel, Matthew first, Matt, Boldy, Matthews, Gensel second, Larkin, Hughes, Thompson for third, Keller, Trocheck, and Miller for the fourth, and then Brock Nelson and Kyle Connor for the extra forwards. And then you go to our defense, and it just makes me want to throw up because of how fucking stacked it is.
Brock has been playing really good hockey.
And he's on the third line, man. It goes Hughes and McAvoy, baby.
No, not that Brock Nelson.
Oh, Nelson.
He's
yeah.
Hot for
I know. Yeah, for sure. He's a great depth center. That's a huge depth center.
Did you say JT Miller?
Yeah, I know.
I would switch Brock and JT Miller.
I would get JT Miller off the whole team, all of it together. Yeah, why the hell do we have Rangers guys on that team anyways, regardless of who they are? The only Ranger that should be in right now is Shesterkin. Is the only Ranger that should be in the Olympics.
Vincent.
I don't give a damn. The Rangers play like crap.
But
Rangers suck.
I think JT, because JT's a center, isn't he? Either way, I think JT should be sitting out. Because where is he at? Is he on?
No, he's on the wing. Trocheck's centering that line.
I think Brock would be a good guy to take that over.
He probably will.
At what he's playing, yeah.
I think JT Miller should be off the team regardless. As a captain, and the way you see the way he plays.
Yeah, I know,
my gosh, man.
Don't. Yeah.
But no, defensemen Hughes and McAvoy, Werenski, then Jones is out, so it would be Jackson Lacombe, but I don't know if they're going to slot Lacombe.
I don't know if he'll play much.
No, I think what they're going to do. So then Slavin, which is crazy. Slavin and Faber are together on the third pairing. I don't think that's going to stay very long. I think Slavin will move up.
Or Sanderson.
Okay, Sanderson and Noah are the extra.
No, Sanderson.
Exactly. So I'm guessing that Jake Sanderson's going to move up where Seth Jones was playing with Werenski, and he's going to take Lacombe is going to move down with Noah Hannafin and be those bottom 2 guys.
I wasn't even thinking Seth Jones was even going to play honestly.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's on there. He made the roster.
Yeah,
he was playing really good at Florida.
No, I'm not saying but dude, Sanderson is Slavin
he's rookie.
Crushed it in the Four Nations.
Sanderson's like a young 20.
Yeah.
He's only like young 20s too.
So, yeah, no way.
Yeah, and Slavin, he was the guy who shut down McDavid and all that top line.
Yeah.
McKinnon, McDavid, both those guys. He shut them completely down. So, that's our Superman.
And I think
the pace of those guys.
And I think they did a good job. And again, I think McAvoy, if we had him in that final game.
He went to freaking
torrid.
So, whatever. He separated his shoulder, broke his collarbone.
I'm excited for that. And I think, of course, we're going to say U.S. has the edge again, but it's tough
because now that Canada's got Willie, he's got Wilson back there. They got Wilson now, and I'm worried because that's a big boy. He can deal with the Kachuk brothers.
I know.
And Wilson, now you're bringing Bennett now too.
Yeah,
you're bringing Bennett now.
So I'm
kind of scared.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun.
I didn't want Bennett to come. I was glad they left him away.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah. But what do you think though about?
Oh, it's gonna be hot.
Jason Robertson, Cole Caulfield, Alex DeBrincat.
Okay, again, you're not playing your best player.
No, I know. I know. It's a role play. I know, but Cole Caulfield is we needed somebody like that in the Four Nations.
So the guys you just said, they're 1-2 lines.
Kyle Connor. You don't think Kyle Connor are
1-2 lines? Mm-hmm. Our 3-4 are going to be the gritty guys. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Jack Hughes isn't really gritty.
The guys you just named, you think for their role, are they better than the 1-2 guys that we have in our?
I would definitely take Cole Caulfield over Jack Hughes.
Yes, because of injury. Yeah,
okay. Not even injury. I would take Cole Caulfield over Jack Hughes.
Okay,
you can't tell me otherwise.
I could agree. I would that.
We all saw.
I'd rather would have Thompson.
Oh, but Tate's already on there.
Oh yeah, so I feel like
Tate's already on there. Yeah,
I think that's probably what's going to happen.
But I'm just saying, we all saw the Four Nations last year and saw Jack.
Yeah,
he got thrown around like a baby.
Yeah,
that's not happening with Cole. Cole Caulfield's not. That's not. No, Jack's on the lineup.
Okay, dude, I know
it's projected. No, I know. I
really don't. I know. You're stupid.
I know, but I'm just saying, I don't think that even I just don't think, I just don't know what the hype is around Jack that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When was that
to Cole
post uploaded?
January 6th. So it was a month ago.
Yeah. So I just don't trust it. I think again, it's not updated. We know that Seth Jones is still there, so it's not an updated thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Hughes, take him off, especially now, and put in Tage. I think Tage is
Tage already should be playing.
Out of Tage, Cole, and Jack, I honestly would take Tage because of what has happened in Buffalo.
And then his size helps a lot.
I think his size can help with Wilson's size as well.
Last year, he scored the golden goal.
Yeah.
For he won it for them.
Yeah.
So, he's a winner.
Exactly.
Like that. He's like how Crosby scored the goal and all that stuff.
So that's yes. So
I just can't believe JT Miller's on.
Yeah, I know. So
it's unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't want to replace JT Miller with a DeBrincat or Jason Robertson.
Not on the third, fourth line. No.
Unless, but you watching Miller play though this year, he's not giving that gritty heart that you're saying that should be.
Maybe he.
Well, he better show the hell up.
But yeah, I don't know.
Because this is with your country on the line.
Yeah. So, and he can get to that. And again, I think everyone on the Rangers is just clocked out. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I get it.
I understand
when you lose Shesterkin and Adam Fox in the same game.
Yeah,
that's your team.
Yeah, let's give him I understand. Yes, you're an NHL player. You should, but man, I think we just heard everything from the beginning of this season with the Rangers. He's just clocked out, dude.
Yeah.
And I understand. I truly do understand.
And I think it's all. Because he didn't want to leave Vancouver.
No.
It was. They really
realistically
they should have.
And Pettersson.
Yeah, they should have just gotten rid of
Funny enough,
Pettersson.
Both Rangers and Vancouver are down. But I also think Vancouver was down with him, and I think Rangers honestly were down as well.
Yeah.
They weren't like that great.
There was something else going on.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got rid of Quinn. Quinn wasn't happy either, obviously. Yeah. But I feel like it was the whole thing was EP40. It's starting to look like, because he's the only one left now.
Yeah.
The others have gone. They didn't want to be there anymore. So it's just like, damn, dude, like you could have gotten rid of one guy instead of you got rid of two, which now you are basically in a full rebuild.
Yeah. Yep. So okay, dude, we hit an hour mark. I'm gonna call it good.
Yeah, no, the Caps are playing Flyers right now.
Yeah, the kids are getting loud anyways, so it's time to get up there and help the wife out. So
yeah, I'm representing my jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're away right now, so I got the pro with the white. Number 21, the assistant captain, Bauer. Not Prodas, Bauer.
So again, guys, South Dakota guys, super excited to watch what's gonna happen. Same with everything's just heating up. South Dakota's heating up. The NHL has been also hot and heating up again. And then with the Olympics, it's just fun things happening all around. So again, we will see you guys in the middle of the Olympics. We'll have some content of there, of course, and some more of South Dakota hockey and things like that.
We'll get you a live view from Italy.
Yeah, okay.
We're going. No.
Breaking news. No, not going to happen unless you guys want to pay for it. Donate here. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, guys, again, help us out. Hit subscribe here. Also follow us on Instagram and on TikTok as well. Other than that, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys all in 2 weeks. See ya.